Hey you guys, welcome to the Brandy Show. It's your girl Brandy and I am here to talk about money, mindset, mindfulness, and more. If this is your first time on the channel, I invite you to like and subscribe, and then at the end of this video, if you find it to be valuable, I invite you to share it. Actually, if you don't find it to be valuable, I want you to share it anyway. Like, let's get this algorithm rolling, okay? All right, y'all. So I want to talk about Amazon KDP. I have been publishing on Amazon KDP for a little over a year and a half. Actually, that's not true. My very first Amazon KDP book was about 7 or 8 years ago. The reason why I kind of forgot about it is, number one, it wasn't called Amazon KDP back then. It was called, I don't remember what it was called, but, and then number two, the book was terrible. The book was horrible. It was initially supposed to be a 28-day blog challenge, but I gave myself a deadline to get it published because I had been sitting on this idea forever. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to ship on this date, whether or not it is ready or not, right? And so it was a 28-day blog challenge. And as I got closer to the deadline, I made it a 14-day blog challenge. And then by the time I published, we were down to 7 days, y'all. The book was not very big, and quite frankly, it shouldn't have been on Amazon KDP at all. But I'm so grateful to my loved ones who supported me by purchasing a copy anyway. And I'm really proud of myself for not just sitting on an idea, but actually seeing it through to fruition. So once I was able to get that book out and go through the process of writing it, designing it, uploading it, selling it, marketing it, selling it, all of those type of things, even though it wasn't a great book, the process still was the same as it would be for me marketing, promoting, creating a great book. So what I did moving forward is I started creating dozens of ebooks, and I would just sell them on different platforms like eJunkie or Podia, digital download services where people would pay me directly. Here's what I don't love about that. I don't love that folks don't get a physical copy. So for books like puzzle books or activity books, people want a physical copy, right? For the most part. And you can do that on Amazon KDP. So that's why I love Amazon so much. I've been publishing there and having some really decent success. It's really kind of a passive-ish income stream for me at this point, but I've started to get more into it, creating new products, and I'm really excited to share what I know with you guys. So let me let you know, if I were to start an Amazon KDP business today, here's what I would do differently. The first thing I would do differently if I was starting an Amazon KDP business today that I didn't do when I started, not 7, 8 years ago, but when I first started this most recent cycle of publishing, is I would give myself a week of dedicated study time. And then after that, it would be time to create and publish. I know me, and I know a lot of creators are like this. We want to provide a lot of value, right? We want to be entertaining. We want to be informative. We want to be educational, and we overthink things sometimes. And what happens is we start looking at one video, and then it gets us into this funnel where we're digging into a rabbit hole. And the next thing you know, we've watched 8,000 videos about people self-publishing on Amazon KDP, but yet we haven't done it. So I would give myself 1 week of dedicated study time to determine what strategy I want to follow. And then I would give myself a dedicated time to go ahead and get that book published. All right, that's what I would do differently. Number two, what I would do differently is I would start off creating books that people want to buy. So yes, I am passionate about a lot of things. I love The Office. I love pizza. I love sparkling water. I love libraries. And, I'm sure there is an audience for all of those things, but it's easy to find out if there is an audience for the thing that you're interested in creating by doing some keyword research. So instead of just creating books I'm going to make puzzle books and just putting those out there, I would start by doing some keyword research and determining, what sort of things people are actually looking for. You can do it for free just by manually going through Amazon and checking out what books are on the bestsellers rank, what kind of things are trending. Or you could do paid version by going through BookBolt, which I like. You can go through BookBolt. You can use some Chrome extensions to do some research. There's a lot of things you can do, but that's what I would do first. if I were just now starting with Amazon KDP? Number 3, if I were to start with Amazon KDP today, ChatGPT. I would be using ChatGPT. Okay, listen, I know as an artist, our words are so precious, right? But we have to decide, what is it that we are trying to do? Do we want to have, a library of these precious, precious books that no one buys? And it takes us like forever to create them? Or do we want to have an idea, create it, use ChatGPT to give us some ideas and to help make the workload a little lighter so that we can get to the creating part, as opposed to, sitting stumped, where should I go? What should I title it? What should I add to the book? I would use ChatGPT. I would use any AI service that was available to help me to come up with book titles, ideas, to come up with even content for inside the book. Listen, it's not cheating. This is the future, y'all. It is the future, and I use it, and I would use it if I were just starting today. If I were just starting with Amazon KDP today, number 3 thing that I would do is I would maybe do 1 or 2 no content books. So that's like the notebooks with the pretty covers. I would do a couple of them just to get my hands wet in Canva and to practice uploading and publishing and things like that. But ultimately, at this point, although I know some people are saying Amazon KDP is dead, it's totally not. But I will say, I think there is some saturation happening in the low content niche, right? So just the plain notebooks, unless you find a niche that folks are looking for stuff and there's not a lot of competition, it's really easy for people to put a cover on a blank notebook. So folks are doing it, and they're doing it in bulk, and they're using ChatGPT to help them. But I wouldn't do that if I were just starting today. I would do 1 or 2 blank notebooks, again, just to practice and, get my feet wet. And then I would move on to medium content books. That's puzzles, activity books, journals, and things like that. I have found really good success in those areas. And I just think, again, when we're talking about the future of self-publishing, medium content and higher content books are going to be just less competitive for everyone. And finally, the last thing I would do if I were starting an Amazon KDP business today is I would immediately hire help. I know that when you're trying to start a new business, money is tight. A lot of times, you don't have any sales yet, but I would go on Fiverr and get someone to create, a book cover template that I could use in Canva over and over again, or, get someone to create the insides of my puzzle books. I would invest in my business to save myself some time and to be able to get at least the first few books out a lot faster. Here's the thing about Amazon KDP, okay? It works if we do. The more I publish, the more I take the time to do the keyword research and create books that people are actually looking for, the more money I make. Am I a millionaire? Not even close, right? But I find myself getting closer every single month when I implement all of these different ideas about, using ChatGPT to help me work faster, doing the keyword research to make sure I'm creating books that people are going to buy, hiring people to help me get things out without stressing myself out. All right, so where are you in your Amazon KDP journey? I want to hear about it, and I want to know, what would you do differently if you're already publishing, or what questions do you have if you want to get started? You guys, I thank you so much for listening and watching. And again, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do it and share this video. And thank you for being here. All right, talk to you guys later.